testing the audio. Is there audio feedback? Right, so this is Subway Junction. Still needs some work. Here is Westbourne Park. If you just joined, I've had several crashes on the scenarios running, so I'm just going on a free roam to show the route instead, as I know that will be much more stable. There's a lot of AI on the around, especially around this area, so I'm surprised I didn't get more crashes. But anyway, put this back in. This is the station, or at least on the main line platforms, isn't here anymore. Portobello Junction and the sidings, where a lot of the trains were routed to get into the arrival platforms coming in, or onto the mainline platforms coming out. Here, it's quite an important junction. The gasworks here, and the carriage sidings here. Then we have the canal by Old Oak Common. The sidings still need to be put in over here. And I also started the double track here because it's now single, but at one point it was double track for the empty coaching stock lines going over the main lines and coming over to the main carriage sidings. More factories, gasworks around here as well, the canal. Then we arrive at Old Oak Common, which is one of the main areas of the route. Still a couple of glitches around here. Fixing the buffers after the recent changeover to track to different, more realistic track work. Because previously I was using the stuff used on the Riviera line 50s, but this is Old Oak Common as it was before 1965, when the old Churchwood sheds built around 1903 were demolished and replaced with a sort of diesel depot. And there's a little bit of the path of the traverser here. This area gets its name where the sort of nickname the factory comes from. Fewer sidings around the back. There are actually two lines in as well on each side, and we have some stabled locos in here. So we have double chimney 9F, Western Region allocated, on the pannier tanks. The numbers are based off the 1959 allocations. Tricky train spotter there. taking numbers while the shed foreman's not looking. So the interior layout is a standard Churchwood design for a large shed, but taken to the extreme with 4 turntables and the King here. It's actually, yes, it's got the Old Oak Common shed plate 81A can't change it on here, but this pannier tank's also been renumbered to represent one of the 1500 class, which was designed by Hawkesbury and for empty coach and shop. Tanner Oneers, as they were known, 61XX. Nice freeware model, quite old but still very nice. But anyway, we have the sidings. I believe these sidings were called Aberdare sidings after the coal traffic coming in to that section. And the newer Old Oak panelled signal box, which controls quite a lot of the area from the 60s onwards. The old signal box, Edwardian brick built, although the real one was half timber entirely, so this brick part would be timber as well. The completely timber built 1920s era box with a simplified roof instead of the hip roof. Yeah. Right. So I think next we'll go over down the New North Main Line. It's the New North Main Line running. This bit section of the New North Main Line I've extended and built myself, because this route is actually started out as a modification of the Great Western Main Line route. Northampton, the London Transport Station. Drink a pint a day advert. Bus Spain 92A. You may notice that it has slightly too many cream bands running along this AEC bus, but I couldn't change that due to the texturing, so that remains there. So we come to Park Royal, the junction for the LT lines to Ealing branches off here. You have the Guinness factory, which was demolished about 2003, but that was quite a prominent factory around Park Royal for quite a while. So we follow when I say we follow the LT lines came in after the New North Main Line, but we run parallel to it, and we head to Hanger Lane LT station. A custom model kindly built for me by the route author for the Wickham route. Very nice. Also, he kindly did the Perivale LT station. Two little Easter eggs, if you like, for the two factories which are by the Great Western Main Line as well. The HMV factory, although it wasn't HMV, which is around sorry, mine's gone blank on that. But anyway, the Huntley and Palmer biscuits, which I'm sure you know, Reading. Hayes and Harlington, yes, that's the station it's by for the HMV factory. So, with this section of the route, I've tried to use assets blocks in a way to keep the asset count down on tiles, but have quite a big range of scenery going quite far out. I still need to put in the Hoover building, which was on the Great West Road, but going down the conductor rails here peter out because I haven't here at this point because I haven't put them in yet, but that's one of the last things I'll do. We have Perryvale Station, another model here. We have the old road signs here, and yes, it's quite a nice Art Deco building as well, I'm sure you agree. Moving on, we get the distant for signal coming into the block for Greenford signal box. Actually not you have put in yet, but is right by the junction here, well, right by that junction here, and we have the triangular junction here with the Greenford branch coming off, the LT lines, the old GWML station for Greenford, which was here first, and then the LT lines with their own station, which is now the mainline station with the bay platform, probably familiar with. Right, so that's the extent of the New North Main Line at this point, but I plan to extend it in the future. So this bit was quite tricky to do, going up there to the bay platform, but anyway, moving on. The triple junction signal for South Greenford Junction, the tip of the triangle. Still need to put in the Great West Road here, but we have the beginnings of the Greenford Golf Link, or Greenford Golf Course here, and we have South Greenford. Still need to add the details here, but there it is. So we run along here, and then this part of the route is very nice, I think. I've tried to depict this area before the housing developments sort of swallowed up this area. This was built over. Still this park here to some extent. Yes, this is probably the most complete of the halts along the Greenford branch so far. It's quite nice. It's modelled just before this was rebuilt, around the late 50s, early 60s. It was rebuilt and reallocated slightly further down the line this way. Notice there's a 20-mile-per-hour speed restriction. That is because there's been quite a while, actually, there's been problems subsidence along this stretch of embankment all the way up to South Greenford. So permanent speed restriction to try and reduce the problems there. So we run through the cutting, run past the allotments, and we come back onto where the original route is. So this is Castle Bar Park Court there. This is Drayton Green Halt at the other end of the other triangle. We have the sidings here, and we run right into West Ealing. There's milk sidings here. I've also reskinned some signs here, as there were from the sort of photographs, but an interesting aspect with West Ealing, which isn't there anymore, because this was rebuilt in the 1990s, I believe, just around the time of electrification of the line. But there's staggered platforms actually. Platform 4 is staggered, and then we have the footbridge and crossover. The footbridge is often known by locals as Jacob's Ladder, I believe. And the mainline platform, which is just a little bit worse for wear, but it's still there. Well, not there now, but yes. So we run into Ealing Broadway. Sadly, sadly, if you've been to Broadway, you'll notice that the station building, which is a lovely Victorian one, has gone. I've tried to represent it here. Assets. The central line joins here. That goes over to join the New North Main line. So yeah, that's one end, the Great Western Main Line. And if we look at the map, we have this bit with no scenery, which is the Great Central line onto the Great Western joint line from Northolt Junction, all the way up to High Wycombe. We have the Greenford branch with scenery, and the New North Main Line coming up there. We have the Brentford branch, which I'm working on at the moment, as scenery in parts. Then we have the Uxbridge branch. There's actually another branch from Denham, but that wasn't much of a success compared to the original Uxbridge branch, Uxbridge Vine Street. Then we had the line. I've had to deviate slightly from the original Oxford to Paddington alignment, but we have the branch Staines West, Southall Station, and so far the extent of the backdated route goes as far as Maidenhead, which is here. There's still need to work on Reading, putting in the old Reading Southern Station as well, but there's started on that. But that's Reading is something I want to avoid. That's just so complicated, especially since it's once the signals manufactured for the Great Western Railway. It's got lots of different examples of all kinds of signals, slipping distance and so on. So we run along mainline. Actually, if I go back to Paddington, I'll drive along the main lines now. And I'll drive up to as far as Maidenhead. Right. So that I should show what I've got here so far. This bit's quite unstable. understandably around on a common, so I'll go through here cautiously. Extremely busy. Yeah, it's still quite busy now, but not the same. Passing the gasworks. There's actually another gas tower around Southall as well. Sort of built around 1930s. Junction and Westbourne Park. Heading straight through Subway Junction. The suburban line split off. Into Paddington. Right, so we have a double chimney castle. Originally planned to use a Class 47, but I decided to put a Castle Spell. Mostly Mark 1 stock, but a couple of room forks were carriages to extend the formation. This. So just setting the route, apologies about that noise that's been picked up. Someone else watching the video. So. Right. So we want to make our way fast one to Westbourne Park.